What's good, everyone? Welcome. This is All About Mac, all sports, all the time. We're glad to have you here again. And for this our awesome segment, it's all about CFFL. It's the start of the season with scrimmages and reviewing it today with me. Of course, you know me, Bobby AAR Sports. Here with me is
The diligent, meticulous, analytical, methodical individual, the Debola Udogba.
yes, sir. And he's coming with all the stats, all the statistics, and we're here to discuss everything that happened in CFFL this week. That's community flag football, and it looked exciting. They won scrimmages. How did it look for you? They were
Definitely interesting. Right. There were a lot of hiccups that I wasn't expecting. But at the same time, there were people that I expected to perform that did perform. So mixed bag, all in all.
okay. We're going to start off just going to go straight into it. Let's start off with looking at the score lines and how each team looks so far. Of course, it's only one game and maybe the 5v5 we're going by. But we're gonna start off with just looking at the power rankings and yeah, I think you can take us game by game.
So there were 4 games played in the CFFL preseason, which means 8 teams played. However, there are 9 teams in the CFFL.
Yeah.
Spartans were not participants in this preseason. However, they are the team to watch, considering that last season they made it all the way to the finals.
Mhm.
And if I'm correct, they won.
Yes, sir.
So definitely definitely interesting to not participate in preseason as the reigning champions. But moving on to it, the first team that played, the first set of teams that played, Outlaws and Hawks. And this one was very interesting. The scoreline, a very high scoring game. 53 to Outlaws and 26 to the Hawks.
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, and if I'm to start off with how teams looked, Um, I just have to give a massive shout out to the Hawks. They came out looking like a team revived. I mean, they didn't participate in the 5v5s, but coming out, we haven't seen them all this rest period, and they came out looking like a new team. Not because they really changed personnel so much, but because everyone had stepped their game up. We had, Prosper from last season was amazing. Came out this season, of course, with the same energy, but with other of his teammates stepping up as well. And the key thing, which is a major talking point, was Usman starting QB for so long didn't play, and it was Basit that ended up being the QB. And they still put on a show. So, yo, kudos to Hawks. Kudos to Hawks. And what do you think about
I have a conflicting take on that.
right?
I have a conflicting take.
Fair, fair.
Considering that this is my relatively first impression of the Hawks. I was not happy, to say the least. I was
Mm,
not happy. Right. What a lot of you watching do not know is that yes, the Hawks put up a decent showing, but what isn't showing up is the fact that Basit, the standing QB, right, threw 5 picks to Outlaws. And this is where I kind of want to flip the script and tell you about how good I saw Outlaws play, how good
right.
Outlaws looked in this preseason matchup, right? So right from their quarterback, Tayo, throwing dots and dimes and finding his people in places where they can make plays,
Shout
up
out.
until the defense, specifically the women, because out of those 5 picks, 4 of them were caught by women on the Outlaws team. 4 of them. 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 4
Mm.
So definitely something to watch. Definitely an interesting game all round. And the
Yeah,
Outlaws,
yeah,
definitely.
definitely. The Outlaws for this season, I have to give them they've recruited, the management has recruited excellently, if you ask me. Of course, Outlaws had a lot of challenges with players last season. Of course, players missing and, moving on, different things. But there was just this lack of depth in their squad, which, they've addressed excellently in the off season, if you ask me, with key additions, particularly with the men, with the likes of Tayo, like you mentioned, Farouk Adams. They have, of course, in the female side, they've made some additions as well. And I think, particularly for me, Maimuna has stepped up. So, the Outlaws are looking good. I think early stake. I think they're back to being championship contenders, if you ask me.
I don't want to. I don't want
I'm
to
just saying.
assume
I mean, you don't have to
or
agree.
presume.
I think they're back to being in the conversation. They're definitely in the conversation.
Moving on to the second game, to the second set of games, we have the Lagos Lions versus LSC, the Liquid Sports Club. And you have to give me a second. A total smackdown, a
Yeah,
beatdown,
yeah.
36 to the Lions, and a big old whopping 0 to the Liquid Sports Club.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna speak about the Lions have looked an amazing outfit right from Elite Fives. The ladies did tremendously, the guys tremendously. I mean, there's so much talent with the Lions. Of course, coming off the back of last season where they narrowly missed the championship game, the finals, and they've maintained the same energy. And I think what you know they've added, maybe not personnel, but they've added a wealth of experience to a very young squad. So everyone needs to watch out because that team is not joking, especially with their leadership, Nedi, Garba. They have veterans in Theo, Moyo, Bandana. So you got to watch out, man. And
I agree.
I'm sorry, LSC Wildcard, LSC. You see, and I don't care if you're playing against LLC, you have to you're still supporting them. That's how much everybody loves LSC. So that's a lot.
It's liquid, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day, every day.
To your point, the Lions, one thing I will say is offensively, they are a very solid team. Offensively, the weapons they have on offense, when they're clicking, they're definitely a team to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Moving on to the third game, and this third game hits a little close to home, and you'll find out why in a second. They have the Wolverines versus the Titans. The
Mhm.
Wolverines with a score of 35 and the Titans with a score of 21. Okay, I'll let you go first because
Okay, well, you know what? I mean, the expectation just going off of form, recent form, and of course the trajectory that the Wolverines were on from last season, of course, making it all the way to the championship in a close game, but they were still amazing throughout regular season as well. So, they've carried on with that momentum and they have added new talent to that squad, which is scary. Arthur being amazing at QB. Um, in fact, you can't even start naming there's so much talent. And even on the sidelines, you have John and you have Casey on the sidelines, looking over everything. So there is so much positive going on for the Wolverines right now. Um, I think they're just gonna pick up where they left off last season. And for Titans, I mean, Titans will always be a championship contender with the way, the caliber of players they have. The question is just which Titans will come up on the day. That's literally always the question. How are they gonna show up? The talent is undeniable. Um,
Yes.
Absolutely. So, the depth is also undeniable. It's just how are we going to play on the day? And of course, on the day, they didn't bring out their A game. So, they faced, the defeat against, of course, an amazing outfit like Wolverines. So, Titans this season, I mean, they've added a few bodies here and there, which is good. So, let's hope that things click um, for their sake. But yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna start off with the Titans. I'm gonna
Mhm.
start with the Titans.
Easy
And
now.
I'm gonna
Easy,
say
easy now.
I'm gonna say one thing, one major point that everyone needs to understand. Titans wear their emotions on their chest. They wear it loud and they wear it proud. Now that either works for them or against them. And in this preseason game, it worked. It clearly did not work in their favor because to start the game, they were up. They were up. They had a
Yeah.
lead. They had a 14-7 lead. And then a few bad calls there, a few key drops missed here. And suddenly things just went awry. Right?
Yeah.
With this team, it's that roller coaster effect where it's like you're going up, up, getting ready, and then you reach the pinnacle and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then you just start going down and up and about and twisting and turning. And it's like, what's going on? We were fine a second ago.
Yeah.
What happened?
Mm,
Right. But it's yeah, they wear their emotions on their chest and it just you never know what you're gonna get with Titans. But the
mm,
talent is undeniable. And
yeah.
for the Wolverines, I will say, right, with their quarterback and their coaching. Because one thing I did notice from that game is how well coached and disciplined they were. They stuck to their assignments and they capitalized on all mistakes.
Absolutely.
So that
Absolutely.
was definitely,
Yeah. Man,
definitely good.
Wolverines are looking really good again. Really, really scary. It's a scary team. It's a scary team. You really don't want to play them.
They might dig their claws into you.
Mm, mm,
Okay, okay. The fourth and final preseason game. We have the Mavericks versus the Giants.
mm.
Mavericks played 38 and the Giants they did okay. Got a good set of two points. Good for them.
You
Yeah.
know what? We'll definitely applaud it. Even though as delectable as this scoreline is looking, the Giants, I would still appreciate them because they may not be where they want to be, but they're not where they used to be. It's a team that has improved. So I'm happy to see the improvement. Of course, addition of Coach Wale, who is a good addition, both player coach, and is able to has already made an impact in the team. Um, yeah, and it's positive for me. I mean, we're getting to see the proper Lagos Giants outfit. Of course, they got some mercenaries in for the 5v5s, but early fives, but now it's the full Echo Giants, Lagos Giants team, and they just need to gel, get better. Everybody needs to get reps, and once they get the hang of it, looking forward to them, actually making teams think and consider the game. The Mavericks, um, the Mavs had an
Hmm.
easy running for this game. I mean, people executed when they were meant to execute. Of course, playing um playing a team like Echo Giants who are still on the up. Um, this was expected. Anything less would have been. a catastrophe. I'm sure Larry would have let the team know know that. But yeah, with no apologies. But definitely, for Mavs this season, it's really just for them, and they've gotten some new talent as well. So it's really just for them to execute, 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 and actually play ball. Yeah, that's it for Mavs. Let's hope they have a good season.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on the Mavericks real quick. They had a good run this game. They essentially coasted through. So what people don't know is toward the second half, right? The Mavericks pulled out their first team and actually had their second team
Oh,
get some reps,
that's true.
right?
That's true.
So, and they were still able to execute. So, one thing about the Mavericks that I like is the depth, right? The ability to execute with the depth that they have, right? So, from the first man all the way to the 14th, 15th man slash woman, there is quality there. And it showed in
Mm-hmm.
the game. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
yeah,
just wanted to say a shout out to what's his name? Kudus. I hope he's okay. Went down with the
yeah.
injury. So we're hoping that speedy recovery for him. Let's see what the Mavs give us this season. It's a bit of a wild card to it, Mavs. We want the Mavs that's gonna compete and challenge with every team. That's what we're expecting, and that's what we hope we get.
If I could ask you, and just off the top of your head, I have my
Yeah.
list, but off the top of your head, if you could rank every team right now, how would you do the nine of them? Let's put the arms up so people can see
You
what's
know
going on.
what? I know. Okay, I'm just gonna start from the bottom up. Right. So starting off number nine, LSC. That's our entertainment. That's our fun team to watch. The team that everybody loves. Then we go to Echo Giants, who are the former newbies. That's ranked at number eight. And they're improving. Hmm. Number seven. Now this is where it's gonna be tough. Right from here. All right. So number seven. See, yeah, the way the Hawks were looking, I honestly it's between the Hawks and the Mavs for me right now, man. And I can't. Oh, you know what? Because of the Mavs ladies, I think they edge it over Hawks for me. So I'm gonna put Hawks at number seven, and I'm gonna put
Mm,
Mavs at number six. All right, then Mavs being
top
number
five.
six, then top five. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do a switch up, and I'm gonna start off from the top, and I'm gonna get to five. All right, you understand, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So my number one, top five, starting off with number one. This is very unorthodox. Um, I haven't seen what the Spartans look like. The major challenge with the Spartans over time has been that it's an aging squad, and their experience showed like immensely in the championship game against the Wolverines.
Yep.
However, the Wolverines have garnered some experience right now. So I'm gonna put the Wolverines as number one.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
ooh,
You know what? It's what it
that
is. I'm gonna
is
put the Wolverines
that's
as
a
number
hot
one.
take.
Hot take.
That's a very
And I'm gonna put Spartans as number two because the quality is still there. I mean, they haven't lost the quality. We don't know yet. We don't yet know what squad they have going on, but they're my number two. Um, Number three. This is also a hot take, so it's what it is. This is tough. I cannot lie. This is tough. Um, I'm gonna put. I'm going to put the Titans as number three because
Okay. Okay.
because yes, the difficult thing is which Titans is going to show up. But the thing is, when Titans show up, I believe they can beat anybody.
Yes.
So I have to
Yes.
give them number three. Um, Titans number three. Number four. It's a tough one. Yeah, no, actually, it's not too tough. Just because I have to give this team the benefit of the doubt, and that's the Lions because they're a remarkable force. As amazing as the Outlaws are looking, I'm gonna give them number five.
Okay.
So that's my
Okay.
power
I did.
ranking. If I can go through it again, I believe I said Wolverines number one, Spartans number two, Titans number three, Lions number four, Outlaws number five, um, Mavs number six, Hawks number seven, Giants number eight, and LSC number nine. That's it for me.
Okay. Okay. If I could check
Check,
my notes, because
check your
my rankings are solely based off performance,
right.
right? The scoreboard tells a story, right?
Doesn't lie.
And then there's what you know.
Yeah,
So I'm basing my rankings off of the scoreboard and what that says about each team heading into the season, right?
right.
So at nine, obviously we have LSC, right? At
Right.
seven, Giants. Six,
We,
Hawks.
we agree there. Okay.
Yep. At five, this is where things get interesting. I have the Titans. I have
Wait,
the
wait,
Titans.
wait. Is that five or six?
Five, five. Or
But
no, sorry, six. Sorry, six.
that
My
ends
list is
at
a bit
six.
Titans at six. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm. It's based off of preseason form. We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, based off preseason form. At five, we have the Mavericks.
Right.
At four, Lions. Three, Wolverines. Two, Outlaws. And I know they didn't play, but I'm a strong believer in if they did it before, they can do it again. So at number one, I have the Spartans.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad with anything there because, I mean, once you get to that top five, I feel like there a lot of teams are interchangeable, because there's a lot of quality. There's so much quality, in the league. So I'm not even mad about it. Um, of course, we know your hottest take. The hottest take there was Titans at six
Oh,
because
that number six. That
yeah,
number
that's
six
and I can't blame you because as low as the bar can be with Titans, I think the bar can also be as high. So yeah, it's just is it gonna be low? Is it gonna be high? So
give or take.
yeah, yeah, that was cool. Let's see, let's see how it plays out. I'm interested. I'm excited for how see how the season goes.